Take two. We'll try this again. Welcome to the Ysn Power Hour. DJ Yoakley with you. It's all presented by Toyota of Warren. I just spent the last 13 minutes or so talking to myself. Thought I clicked the go live button, did not. So I guess check if you're live. Double check your work, as the teachers used to say. Welcome in. We got a great edition for you. Looking forward to breaking stuff down with you today. We've got a full show, a full slate, all interviews with our friends from Tigers Table, Steve Leslie, Noah Doty, that had the coverage of that on Tuesday, as well as over at Ben's Restaurant in Berlin Center. We have Chris Colucci that hosted the Devil's Hour, and we've got nothing but local interviews for you today. So without further ado, let's take it away. Let's take you out to Berlin Center with Chris Colucci and the Devil's Hour with some interviews.
Welcome into Ben's in Berlin Center, Ohio. I'm Chris Colucci. It's the Devil's Hour with Nate Hemberger and Jack Darney, both two seniors. Guys, you guys had stellar seasons last year. Unfortunately, Jack, you came up a little bit injured. You kind of tore your ACL at the end of the season. What was recovery like? What was rehab like coming back from that?
Rehab was long. It was very long. Did not enjoy it very often. It was very repetitive. Something I had to do every day, though.
Mm-hmm.
So to get back where I am now, I am early, like 3 months. So the usual recovery is about a year. I'm 9 months out.
That's awesome. Good for you. I'm so glad to see you back on the field doing what you love every day. And Nate, I can't not talk about how many tackles you make every year. What's in your head? What gets you fired up on Friday nights to make that many tackles? I mean, Coach Armini was telling me you have 35 through 2 games. What gets in you on Friday nights?
I feel like all this is just a slap in the face. So I like to, take it seriously. And, I like to go out there with the mindset of I just like to hit everybody. So
it's a great mindset to have. I mean, you guys started out 2-0. I mean, it's a really great start. You guys could open up 3-0, play Columbiana this week. Being a tough test for you guys. You're going to their place, always a tough place to play. What are you guys expecting to see this week, offensive and defensively sides? Because I know you guys play both ways. What are you guys expected to see?
we're expected to see a lot of run. And most of their run is up the middle. And they got a fast quarterback, so we're expected to see a lot of run, sprinkled in with a little pass here and there, but mostly run. They're going to try to hit it right up the middle at our best guys and try to wear us down all game. So
I know Jack's upset right now because his cake that he got. Oh, that's not your cake.
That's not my cake.
That's not your cake, but I know your cake's coming, and he's eyeing a piece of cake that's coming your way. But hey, don't worry. You got a few minutes, and you can go enjoy that cake, homie. What are you expected to see this week from Columbiana?
Defensive-wise, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. We haven't really done an offensive day, so we haven't really, prepared for it. So I haven't really seen much. But on what I've seen in film, they're very weak in the secondary. Up the middle, their best guys are in the middle. So I think we plan on running right at their best guys.
What are you so excited? What are you guys both, because both are seniors, what are you most excited to see in this senior year? What are you most excited to do, school-wise, football-wise, sports-wise, life-wise? What are you guys expecting and excited to see? I mean, senior year is a big year. It was a big year for me, a big year for all my friends, big year for you guys, all your friends. What are you guys excited to do this year?
I'm excited to see what everything that I did, where it takes me, what offers I get, what colleges I get to see, and I'm just excited to see all that stuff. So, it really drives me to keep going for the end of the season.
I'll be honest, I'm just excited to get out of here.
You want to get that diploma and walk away.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this so many times, and people said it so many times to me, but high school goes fast. How fast did the first 3 years had to fly by for you guys.
It did.
It's the senior years. When you graduate, you're going to want to be in high school because then you become an adult. And then you got to do adult stuff, and I'm learning that out right now. It sucks. Don't stay in high school as long as you can. Have as much fun as you can right now. You guys got a special football team. What makes it so special?
Our intensity. We come ready to play every week. Just the way we practice, we want to be there. Everything we do is with a purpose.
Yeah, I would definitely say we definitely bring the intensity, and I would say mostly on our defense too. Our defense is hardcore. They bring the intensity. They want to hit everybody. So
You guys are both stellar athletes at your respective positions. Who do you see that's going to be younger, coming up, going to be a great middle linebacker, going to be a good running back, safety, going to be a good fullback? Who do you guys see that's young, that's one day going to be in that good position?
well, I wouldn't say he's middle linebacker, but I would say Noah Gonzalez. He's got a few kinks to work out here and there, mostly on his blitzing, but he's a good athlete. You know, he's had a few injuries in his hip, and he's bouncing back from it, so he's doing really good. He's averaging like 8 tackles a game, so he's doing pretty good.
My guys personally, Dom Crute, he's shown me a lot as a freshman. He's out on the varsity field, something not very many freshmen get to do, but he's doing very well for his age, and just he does everything well.
Did you guys spend some time at the fair?
I did not.
No, I did not.
Either of you spent time at the fair?
No.
So now you got funnel cakes, elephant, none of that.
I got to save my money. It's expensive.
That's exactly what Coach Armini was getting at. He just went yesterday and spent a lot of money. He feels like he's going broke, but you guys are smart. You're saving
Eye
money.
on the prize, baby.
It's all. You know what? It's a good interview. Thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Thank you.
Go enjoy some food at wonderful Ben's. Everyone, if you come out to Ben's, they've been awesome to us. I wish I could turn the camera around because we have 2 tables full of football players. We have this side of the room full of parents, that side of the room full of parents. If you're a Western Reserve parent, every Tuesday night, fill this place up. Come out, show your love to Ben's. We're in Berlin Center. I'm sure we're 5 minutes most for anyone in Berlin Center. So come out, show some love. We're so happy that we could be out here. It's an amazing show. Friday night, 7 p.m. at Columbiana. You can see the Western Reserve Blue Devils take on the Clippers. And then the following week, you guys are back at home. I'll be on call for that one. I can't wait. This season's going to be so fun. It's going to fly by.
Is that my cake?
I don't want it to. That is not your cake. Someone else is getting your cake. So you can wait. You'll be all right. But, guys, thank you again. Had a lot of fun. Good luck in the rest of the season, your senior year.
Yep, thank you.
Welcome into Ben's in Berlin Center, Ohio. I'm with Jackson Young and Dylan Crute, 2 captains on this Western Reserve football team. Both juniors, right?
Yes, sir.
Both juniors. Got another year of eligibility in this weird kind of culture of NIL and college football, but this is high school football. You guys are off to a stellar start, 2-0. You beat a really good Crestview team and a very good Trinity team. You guys only let up, technically on defense, you've only let up 7 points, which is really damn good. Talk to me about what you're seeing up front. Big boy, you're wearing my favorite number 58. Talk to me what you're seeing up front.
Yeah, there's just a lot of big guys, but I'm a big guy too, and they just come at you hard. You gotta go at them hard too.
I know you're up front. What are you seeing up there? You kind of catch the ball. We're jealous of you because you get to touch the ball. We don't get to touch the ball. But what are you seeing when you're either running, carrying the ball up front, trying to get hands? What do you see?
Got a lot of fast guys. You know, got to be faster than them. Got to be tougher than them. Have a tougher mentality and not give up when things get hard.
What did you guys see from Crestview and Trinity? We'll go to you from week 1. What did you see from Crestview?
You know, Crestview, they were fast, but they weren't as big as us, I'd say. So we had that advantage, and you know, they came off the ball hard, but we got it.
What did you see from Trinity?
They were really fast kids, a little scrappy, really undisciplined though. So I think that was their downfall.
What was it like playing on a Saturday? Because I mean, it was Saturday at 1 o'clock. Your guys' game was. You guys had 2 weird kind of games. One was on a Thursday, one was on a Saturday. Saturday at 1 o'clock game. What was it like getting prepared the night before and that morning?
You know, you had to sleep well because we had to be up early the next day to get there, and it's a weird feeling not playing at our normal time, and it's just something we got to adjust to on the fly and be ready for it.
Yep. What did you like? What did you like, and what did you not like about playing on a Saturday?
You know, it was weird. I don't like playing like in the middle of the day because then it's hotter and it's sweatier and stuff. But like getting up in the morning, I like, so I didn't have to like wait as long for the game, I guess, that day. So that's what I liked about it.
Unfortunately, you guys have a thing called school tomorrow. You got to go back to it. And I know you guys aren't looking forward to it. It sucks. But what are some of the fun things you guys do at school, like hang out with friends, go to a certain teacher's classroom, go to Coach Armini's classroom? What do you guys do in school that you guys like to have fun?
Hang out with teammates, hang out with friends, watch film. That's always fun to do.
Watching film?
Yeah, and joking around with like Coach Armini. It's fun to mess around with a coach that's your teacher.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Same thing, just watching film, middle of class, just hanging out with friends and all that stuff.
Totally. Dude, guys, these next 2 years are going to fly by. I know you're just starting your junior year, but before you know it, you'll be handed a diploma from Western Reserve High School. It's going to go by like that. Take in every second you can of it. What are some of your guys' accolades that you guys are proud to say that you're going to leave behind at Western Reserve High School?
I don't know.
I'll let you think about it. You got something?
Not really, no.
Not really? All right. Let's move on here. All right. We just had a 6-day event in Canfield, Ohio called the Canfield Fair. What did you guys do that was so – did you guys go to the fair, I hope?
Yeah, I went like 2 days, I think.
2 days? What did you guys eat?
Fries.
Fries?
Some elephant ears.
All right. What else?
Corn dogs.
That's my man.
I take animals to the fair, so
animals?
Yeah, so I just kind of sit around the barns and I eat pop shop food all day.
I can't complain with that.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
complain with that at all. What other sports? You guys play other sports?
Yes, sir.
What other sports do you play?
I do track and basketball.
All right. What's your favorite?
Football. Definitely football.
Definitely football?
Yep.
What other
I
sports
also do track. I throw.
Throw? Is football your favorite?
Yeah.
My man. My man. My man. All right. You guys got any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir?
Nope.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
You guys are going to have a great season.
Thank you, sir.
Can't wait to interview you guys maybe at the end of this season in the playoffs when you guys make a deep run. And even next year when you guys are seniors. It's going to be fun. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Good
Yes,
luck,
sir.
guys.
Thank
Welcome into Ben's in Berlin Center, Ohio. It's the Western Reserve Super Show, the Devil's Hour. I'm Chris Colucci. To my right is Coach Armini. To my left is Coach Dot. We got a super show tonight. We got 4 players tonight and 2 coaches. Great interviews tonight. I'm excited for this. So let's get right into it. Last week playing Trinity. Coach, offensive side, what'd you see?
You know, they're a pretty good football team. Division 5 playoff team is kind of what we thought. Very athletic, very physical. So it was a good test. And anytime that we get thrown off our routine, it always makes a head coach worry. Playing Saturdays, going on the road. So not a big fan of change from the routine. But they were a very good football team, and our guys went up there and were physical. We shut them down. Were able to run the football effectively and, came away with a win.
Defensively, what'd you see?
Yeah, Trinity was a team with a lot of athletes. A quarterback was a 3-year starter and very dynamic, and we knew that we would have to stop the run. We thought if we could stop the run and rally to the football, we could chase them to the air a little bit, and we did that. And throughout the game, there may have been some moments where, I'm sure fans in the stands might have been a little nervous, but our guys were focused and dialed in, and we did a nice job and pitched the shutout.
Start this week at Columbiana, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge test for you guys. You're traveling to their place. Coach Spade always has a good team rolling. Talk to me what you guys see about Columbiana upcoming. Let's start with Coach Armini.
I think they're better than their record shows right now. They haven't had much luck in the win column yet, but I know that they'll be ready to roll, on their home field. And I think that they have some guys, some good offense and defensive players. So right now we're looking, a leopard doesn't change its spots. We're a running football team. We have a couple of good running backs that we want to get the football to. And we want to have a timely passing game. So right now we're working one day at a time to get better, to put our best foot forward so that, we can be 1-0 this week.
Coach, defensively, what do you see on the offense from Columbiana?
Yeah, Columbiana is pretty athletic. Their quarterback, regional track runner in the 100 and their relay, so he's pretty quick. He's a guy that, I think hasn't fully tapped into his full potential yet through these first couple games, but we're expecting it. I think our guys are excited to get after him a little bit, both in the run game and the pass game, and hopefully we can force a few turnovers and stick to what our guns are.
I'm going to stick with you, Coach. You have just like a godsend tackling machine right in a middle linebacker for you. Talk to me how blessed you are of having that stud of a linebacker in there for you.
He is – I don't know if enough words can describe how talented Nate is. I've been fortunate to be around him his whole high school career. I mean, he was an All-Ohio linebacker as a freshman on a very talented team a few years ago, and even these last couple of years, he just seems to put people in the right position. There could be a time where I willingly have made mistakes, maybe the wrong coverage or the wrong front, and he just makes plays, and it's kind of like, whoa. He's one of those guys, and through 2 games, he has 35 tackles, and they've been, I'm sure Coach Armini would agree with this, they've been quiet 35 tackles. He's just that talented. You're just like, wow, like it's a normal day at the office for him.
Now, Coach, on your side of the ball, how comfortable are you when it's that 4th and 2, 4th and 3, punt it away, trust your defense, or even go for it and trust your defense when you're inside in your own territory?
Well, that's kind of the script, to run the football, to make sure that we're methodical up front. And it's real easy to make real smart choices as a head coach when your defense is giving up 4.5 points a game. So right now we don't feel the need to open up the playbook. I mean, there's some things that we're working on. There's some things that I think we're capable of getting better at. But right now we haven't had to be too creative, which is a nice place to be. We're able to move the chains, eat the clock, and we eventually want to wear on teams. We were able to do that week 1 and week 2, wear them down a little bit up front and be able to break some runs to put some points on the board. But we haven't had to get too crazy, offensively. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to do a little bit of that as things go forward here, get some of those skill guys in space. But it surely does help when the defense is been dialed in like it has the last 2 weeks.
Offensive coordinators, head coaches, they hate having their quarterbacks go both ways. It's small school football, small town football. Talk to me about Pater playing both ways, playing safety quarterback. I know he loves to hit. We've been going out in the backyard ever since we were little, but
yeah.
What are your thoughts on a quarterback going both ways?
You'd have to lock him in the locker room to keep him off of the defensive side. We messed with him a little bit this summer with joking to him that he couldn't play defense, and he was not a happy camper. Good thing we were just joking. He is a superb defensive player. Probably one of the better DBs in our league. In our conference. And he's definitely a two-way player. He's our long snapper on special teams too, and our returner. So he does a little bit of everything for us, and he's just one of those special playmakers. And I think that the one thing that we have to keep in mind too is I think he's only scratching the surface. He played a lot as a sophomore. He was hurt most of his freshman year. And he gets better every day. So I think he'll be, when this is all said and done, I think he'll be one of the more special players to come through Western Reserve. And he understands that. He understands that, you don't have to, think too far ahead. Work on the things that are in front of you, take it a day at a time. He's a very grounded, very humble young man, and that's one of the qualities we like most about him.
Over to you. How blessed are you to let this man give you Pater to play on defense?
What's funny is he said he'd have to lock Chris in the locker room. He probably was going to have to lock me in it too, because I'm like, there's no way he can't play. He is really dynamic. We're able to do a lot of things in the secondary because of guys like him and some other guys that you've interviewed or will interview today. And he makes things look really easy too. We can stick him in man, and he does it effortlessly. We can stick him in zone, and he's able to cover a lot of ground. And he does want to hit. Him being a big bopper at safety, it's almost like the Earl Thomases of the world and the Ed Reeds and guys that we all grew up watching the NFL. That's kind of his MO at safety for us.
Almost too much. When we watch film and we grade these guys out, we have to remind him that he has to pedal. Yeah. He's got a coverage that he's responsible for too. Because he wants to play middle linebacker, and I think both our safeties, Chris and Jack Darney, both do a little bit of that. You certainly like that in supporting the run game, but you want to have them remember that they have another role to play too.
So you two are like the mom and dad of this coaching staff, I would say. You've been with each other probably the longest out of everyone.
Sure.
10 plus years, Coach was telling me earlier. Who are some of these other coaches that you blessed to have? I know some of your former players are coaching with you now. Just talk to me some of these guys that are young guys that are going to be great coaches one day, maturing.
From my perspective, it is really special when you get former players coaching for you, because it makes you feel like you made an impact, and that's why we're in this business. Most of the coaches that I know, don't do it for the fanfare or the pay. They do it, to pay it forward with the young men that are in our program. So having like someone like a Nate Ostis and a Connor Johnston, means a lot to have those guys around. We have quite a bit of experience too with Mark Blagelic. Was a head football coach for lots of years with different programs. Most recently was the DC at Canfield, during some special playoff runs there. So having guys like that are really, really invaluable for what they bring to the table. And we're lucky with the other guys that we have. Joe Alessi comes in, coaches our running backs, and helps out with the linebackers. Joe, coached in and around the program at South Range, knows what it looks like. His kids were great football players, has a military background, so he brings a lot of discipline to the table. And then we have some other guys that we're counting on big time this year, guys like Logan Sheptock, who came over from Howland, who played for me at Western Reserve a long time ago. Derek Accord does our line, and does a great job, kind of getting into the heads of these linemen. They're a special breed unto themselves. It's like they speak their own language, and lucky for us, he's fluent in that language. So he helps out, in a lot of different ways there. And, we were able to keep Tim Hall, too. Tim was a junior high coach here for 20-plus years, and he knows a lot of these kids, knows a lot of their family, and he brings a lot to the table for us, too.
That was a lot. You got anything to add on to that one?
It's kind of funny because Coach Armini talks about them from the football aspect, and obviously when we're around them we learn about their personal lives. I've known a lot of these guys from the personal aspect. Both Coach Ostis and KJ played for us at LeBray. KJ was a two-sport athlete for me. Coach Sheptock literally lived 2 streets over from me. Coach Alessi went to college with my parents. So I've known, personally I've known a good chunk of these guys for a long time. So it's nice because even though we may be on the field X's and O's, when we're in the coach's office and when we're out at a function like this, we really are friends, and it's not just a business. It's very personal to us.
Mm-hmm. You guys got a great junior and senior class, that's for sure, but you guys also do have some stellar freshmen and sophomores. Who are some of those kids that are going to be in the stepping stone, that are going to make some great defensive plays one day and going to make some great offensive plays one day? So who are some of those young guys that you could see being the Chris Pater, the Luke Henning, the Todd Henning, the big guys up front? Who are some of those big time players that are young?
We have a very talented freshman class, 14, 15 deep, and some of those guys are even playing for us now, whether it be special teams or getting a little bit of run on offense and defense. We have Dom Crute, who's a younger brother of a starting captain for us. Very talented receiver DB. Cole Dotson, another wide receiver DB, who's pretty talented, hardworking. Vito Armini, Jaden Goddard, and there's a longer list of them. But there's a lot of guys that they're very competitive. And to line up against a junior and senior class that is pretty good, when they make their plays, it almost angers those upperclassmen. It's like, oh, there's no way. There's no way a 14-year-old's making that play. Well, yeah, they're very hardworking kids. So I think you're going to see quite a few of them over the next couple years make big impacts for us long term.
Coach?
Yeah, Coach Dotson kind of hit most of those guys, and I think that, their competitiveness, like he said, and they're a little chippy, and I like that in a player. I like guys that don't back down from older guys. They want to kind of compete right away. They're not afraid of the physicality. And I'll add another one. Timmy Sorensky, who's basically Western Reserve royalty with his parents, who've coached pretty much every sport out there, and his grandfather's a Hall of Famer, at Western Reserve, has done a great job too, at running back, outside linebacker, doing a really nice job with those young kids, and one of our sophomores that we were pretty excited about, Carson Myers, has been banged up. He got hurt in our first scrimmage. He's got an MCL injury, but he's kind of on the mend, and probably pretty soon, that we'll get him back. So he's another one that we're looking for to make contributions right away.
All right, we'll take some questions out of football. We just had a 6-day event here in our area. Did either of you partake in any of the Canfield Fair events?
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah. So I live in Canfield.
Okay.
You know, I think that they kick you out. You know, you get evicted from Canfield if you don't go to the fair. You know, the only thing that's I'd like to go every day, but I can't. You can't afford it. You know,
it's expensive.
we have 3 little kids, and we went yesterday. We spent most of Labor Day there. You know, and you're running around, and it's like every time you turn the corner, it's more dessert, more food, rides. There's toy stands. You know, so I could barely afford to go once, but I enjoy it. You always run into former players.
Yep.
You run into some coaches. You know, I saw some parents there. And that's a good time. You know, it's a one of those things that it celebrates kind of the end of summer. You know,
Yep.
so it's kind of like a rite of passage in Mahoning County.
I might almost have a stick in the mud answer. I didn't go.
Wow.
I live in Howland, so I mean
that's a haul.
it's a 35 minute drive. But you know what, we had a Saturday game, and you know by the time we're getting home Saturday night, watching the end of the Buckeyes game, as most of Northeast Ohio was probably doing. But you know, I as much as I like to decompress, you know, I wanted to spend some time on film. I'm very, you know, as Coach Armini has probably said both in public and in private, like I'm very zoned in during football season. It's like I wanted to do film on Columbiana, so I spent Sunday doing film, and you know, yesterday we practiced on Labor Day. You know, labor means work. So I mean, as much as I'd like to go, I was pretty dialed in.
Coaches, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck this
Appreciate it.
weekend.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
Thank you.
Tiger Nation, Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, home of the Springfield Tigers, is the Tigers Table. Every Tuesday night, come on down to the Tigers Table and visit Noah, myself, and all the great athletes here for the Springfield Tigers each and every week. The food is fantastic. The turnout by these great Tiger fans every week is outstanding, and we are into week 3. But Noah and I just want to thank Dee and Jackie for all they do for all of us here from YSN to feed us, to take care of us, to get us set up. Folks, come on down to the Tigers Table. It's a great place to be. Come on down Friday night before or after the game. Come on down, have a good meal. Support the Tigers and help them prepare for a very, very talented Geneva football team in week 3, which we will go into. But, fans, how about a hand for senior player profile number 10, Joe Senefani. Joe, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
How's
having
that
me.
feel? Look at that. That's like,
Yeah.
It's a nice ovation.
feels
Talk
great.
about that a little bit.
Yeah, no, it feels great to have supporters, you know, come in and see me.
That's one of the things, Joe, that the support here is unbelievable.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it's unmatched.
Tuesday night, there's always someone here. They're here. They want to be here. Your teammates are here. What do you think is so exciting about being a part of the Tiger football team?
Just the bond we have, you know, is unlike any other team. We just, like, on and off the field, we're just always together, just hanging out, just having fun.
Yeah. Talk about these guys. How close are you with this group?
Oh, we're all tight. Like, every single one of them, we're always hanging out, whether it's at somebody's house or out to eat.
And that's the closeness, folks, of a football team, no doubt. Your family, I'm going to guess, is sitting over there to my right. Your support system. Congrats to all of you. Take me around the horn and talk about your family a little bit and what they mean to you.
Yeah, my mom's in the back, Heather. Next to her is Ellie, Frankie, Dad, Frank, and Macy.
So you have 2 sisters.
Yep.
And a brother.
2 brothers, actually.
2 brothers, okay. 2
Yeah.
brothers, 2 sisters. And you're the older brother. I love it. See, I could go along with you because then I could say I'm the older fan of the YSN network too. We'll go with that. You know how special that is?
Oh, it's very special.
This is one of the favorite things, and I talk about it a lot, to watch families' reactions, I guess is what I want to say, to beam with pride that your family has and everybody has here. Each and every student, athlete here at Springfield gets a chance to come on the mic and kind of be yourself, be who you are and what you want to do. For you, senior year, you get win number 1 against a talented Brookfield team. How special was the Rock for victory number 1?
Oh, yeah. When we lost to South Range, we definitely wanted to get on the Rock, and it sucked. So we were eager to get to work and get a win Friday, and that felt good.
Now, I was trying to get out of Springfield Tiger Stadium. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to get out. Was stuck behind a few band buses and things, but I did get an actual look at the Rock, and that's something very special that a lot of high schools don't have a chance to do in their own stadium, be a part of that. You get victory number 1. What can this team improve on?
Flags and just.
All right, let's talk about that. Flags. I think every other play there was a false start or an illegal motion. Is that something that was an emphasis in practice this week, trying to clean up some of those penalties?
Yeah, we're always trying to clean up penalties and not shoot ourselves in the foot.
Right. And I don't think – I thought you guys did a much better second half. And I will – the biggest credit that I could give to this football team, folks, it was 95 degrees last week. I don't think I saw a Tiger cramp come off the field with cramp up. So hats off to you guys and the way you condition your bodies to prepare for an extremely hot week. How hot was it to play in that football game?
It was hot. Pre-game was sweating, exhausted, and just to get inside and shade was good.
Yeah.
To come out, yeah.
Hot week.
Hot.
So you come out for your senior year for the last time, for your last home opener. How special was that?
It was great. We're preparing that week for Brookfield, and came out, and the atmosphere was just loud, and
yeah, it's a great turnout.
Yeah, it was great.
That's one of the best stadiums to play a high school football game in, no doubt. The band, the student body, the fans are out each and every week. I'm sure your family was at the game. Do you know where they sit on game night?
Yes, in the middle on the 50-yard line.
In the middle on the 50-yard. I do, as I look down now, I think I remember seeing it. All right, so not to put a family member on the spot, but who is the liveliest fan in a football game? Who's the most vocal out of that group right there?
My mom, definitely.
Mom?
Yeah, she's always clapping or doing something.
That's what
loud.
moms do. And she has her Tiger shirt on. Shout out to you for that. That's special to know that. I can't believe that I'm saying it's week 3. Here we go. You get 10 automatic chances to play high school football games. Hopefully this team gets a lot more. Week 3 comes, and folks, there's a very good football team coming to town. Geneva is Division 3. We are Division 6. Here, I'll say that for you again. We are Division 6. They are Division 3. To me, that's a way to help you guys prepare for your long-term goals. We talk. You had a 3-way tie for the league championship. They want to win a league championship outright. You want to play home games in the playoffs. You want to go for a state championship. To play at Geneva prepares you for that. Early in the week, talk about them and how talented they are.
Oh, yeah, they are very talented and big. They're not going to be a pushover. We have to come in and work hard and not give up.
Yeah, I know their running game's really good. Coach Julia talked about the ground game. You play offense and defense. Outside linebacker who made a lot of plays Friday night. Offense or defense? Which one you like better?
Defense.
Defense?
But I like the ball in my hands.
I love the answer. Who does not like the ball? Well, Shealy will be coming on. We'll talk about that with him. Those guys get zero love because they just block and put their hand down. So you like both. I think this defense can be elite. Is that a fair statement? This team here, I think, with the people that you play and the way you guys get around in the football, this could be an elite defense. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think last week you definitely played a good defense game, and you guys still improve on that and just be great on defense.
Well, folks, they were great last week. I go back, I was able to call that game, and the young man at tailback, Rico Smith, is very talented. I think I said slippery like 3 times if you don't. To play him, how hard was it to tackle him? You guys did a great job of standing him up and putting a lot of good hits on him, but that's a talented tailback.
Yeah, I know. He was fast. We had to go out there and tackle him low and just be fast.
All right, you had a pretty big play in the football game, if I remember correctly. Talk about the touchdown. Did you have the punt return touchdown?
No, that was Aiden.
Aiden had the punt return touchdown. But you were on the field for that. I want to say you threw a good block.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. When I sat with Coach Guerrero last week, he said special teams needed to improve. Well, when you run a punt for a touchdown, that's a huge improvement. How big was that play to turn the momentum?
Oh, that was huge. Definitely what we needed. We need something to turn over for us, and that's definitely what we needed.
Well, it was a big play. They end up winning the football game 35-13. They will play Geneva on Friday night. Noah Doty will have the call with C.J. Strouds. Again, fans, I want to thank Noah for all he does for myself, for DJ, for all you Tiger fans. He writes the stories. He posts the stories. He gets them all up. So, again, thank you. And he's looking forward to calling Tiger victory number 2. But with Joey Senafani, senior player profile, we're going to play a little rapid fire. There's no wrong answer. Friday night, you got victory number 1 in your senior year. Pre-game warm-up. What's Joe listen to get yourself ready to play?
Everlong.
Everlong.
Right before.
See the age we're talking? I mean,
Right before.
Right before. That gets you ready to go?
Yeah.
So when do you turn that on? When you're out, just right when you get there, when you're warming up? Or how does that work?
In the locker room before, get my headphones on, just.
So you listen to this continuously?
No, I have a few songs.
All right, what are some other songs that you like to get you ready to go?
Ride the Lightning.
Okay.
Need to.
Okay.
Spout. Just them 3 on repeat.
There you go, folks. Water or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Favorite color is?
Blue.
Blue. That's a popular. Blue is no, we get that everywhere we go is blue. I like red. I'm older, though, so red is favorite food?
Wings.
Wings. Pretty good wings here at the Tigers table on Tuesday night, so come on down every Tuesday, have some wings. Thanks to Dee and Jackie for all they do. Favorite restaurant other than his most favorite restaurant, the Tigers table, your go-to for wings is?
BJ's.
BJ's is good. That's a good call right there. Shout out to them. All right. Best cook in your family?
My mom.
Mom. Only cook in your family? See, I would have to, that would be my answer. I don't. Everybody cooks for Steve at home, so shout out to Mom for all. Mom's favorite meal to prepare for you is what?
Pasta.
Pasta. You got to love pasta. That's a great answer, so enjoy all of those for sure. Other than playing football at Springfield, you play any other sports?
Yeah, track.
Track? Okay, and it's a good track program. I've always wanted to ask a lot of these guys, not sports related, what's the best part of being a Springfield Tiger?
Just the friends that we have here, and
you guys have gone to school for a long, long time together, right? Grade school?
Yeah.
Played together for how many years of football now? 7?
Yeah, 7-ish.
That's a long time to spend together, and those memories and bonds are special, obviously. So that's it. Other than obviously being on the field and competing, the friendship that all these guys have is sensational. Joe's having a bad day, and the phone doesn't work. You can't get an answer from your brothers. Who's your role model? Who you're going to when you're kind of having a tough one?
My dad.
Solid. Your dad looks like one of those guys that's there with great answers. Shout out to you for sure. So what's a conversation like with Dad after a game? That's a good question for me. Do you talk a lot about the game and with your brothers?
Yeah, just how it goes and how I did and just the outcome of it.
So they were obviously a little different from how it went this week, right, to week 1.
Yeah, definitely.
And a learning lesson. Now, hopefully, we get a big Division III win this week, and that talk will be outstanding. But role models are a huge part of families, no doubt. Shout out to you guys there. A role model as a football player that you look up to?
Christian McCaffrey.
Pretty good player. I'm going to tell you what. You guys get around to the football defensively in the defensive secondary and the linebackers. Talk about – I think your defensive line is a key that frees up a lot of you guys as linebackers.
Yeah,
talking
definitely.
about this.
Getting a push off
Sure.
to start is definitely what we need. And, in practice, we always practice, like, going to the ball, everybody, 11 hats to the
Sure.
ball.
11
So,
hats to the ball, no doubt.
definitely.
All right, so I'm going to take you back. Last year, you lose your playoff game. You get on the bus, and you're now a senior of the football team. Did you think about that right then and there on the way home?
No, it didn't really hit me until, like, the first practice in the
Sure.
summer.
And then you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is, you get the one shot to be a senior. There's a lot of talented seniors on that group. What's been different for you as a senior that you guys are trying to change maybe from some past couple years?
No, just leading the team, accountability, just, making sure everything goes right.
Oh, that's huge, Joe. And,
Yeah.
and you guys do a great job. Shout out to you for that. All right, here we go. Favorite class you've had at Springfield?
Carpentry.
Carpentry. No, there it is again, carpentry. It's a popular class in Springfield. And he's my cousin, folks, so I can't say a whole lot of bad things about him. I love him to death, and he's a good football coach, no doubt, but what he does in the classroom makes me prouder to know who he is. Other than Coach Guerrero, you get a chance to shout out your next favorite teacher on YSN.
Slowpack.
Slowpeck. What's he teach?
English.
Wow, Coach Slowpeck. I love it. Coach Slowpeck, thanks for all you do in the classroom, no doubt, and on the field. One of, if not the best defensive coordinators in our area. Coach Slowpeck has done a great job and will continue as the Tigers prepare to play Geneva Friday night. Noah Doty and CJ Schroeds will have the call on YSN Live Friday night at 7. Come on down before the game, come on down after the game, and celebrate, hopefully, victory number 2. I close it out with you all, with seniors all the time. We talked about this. You get 10 tries. You get postseason, playoffs, home games. For you, how do you want your senior football season to go and to end?
No matter, like, when we go out, just, like, know that we played our best game.
Sure.
And that's all that matters. Just play our best game and
1 week at a time.
Yeah.
And the folks, that's what I think this football team becomes very good at doing. And I'll say it for you, it's because of the people they play in the non-conference regular season. South Range, Brookfield, Geneva prepare these kids for the long haul in their league. You've done a fantastic job. But what do you want to make after you graduate from Springfield? What does Joe see himself doing?
Well, my dad has his own business, construction, so
And your
yeah.
brother works construction?
Yeah, he's already working there right now,
right.
so
Well, that's, again, trades and those types of things are great, great fields. I honestly could see Joe putting on a mic and talking sports and doing those things, but that's just me. We're always Noah Wright recruiting at YSN. If he's ever looking after he's working for Dad when he's done, you could come do some stuff for YSN and maybe sit where I'm at next year and talk to the younger Tigers. But fans, how about a hand for Joe Senafani? Quality young men. I say it each and every week. This is another one. Best of luck Friday night. Go get
thanks.
victory number 2.
Thanks for having me.
It is the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. Visit them on the web at dickeyelectric.com. All right, so this one is this one's a little bit tougher. This one is one that I've been thinking about how to do this, how to do it correctly, and I'm just going to shoot from the hip because that's what I do. The world lost an incredible human being sometime between last night and this morning, and there's a lot of people out there that have supported YSN, that have supported myself, my family, that have been cheerleaders for us the entire way, but very few have been as outgoing, as bubbly, as constantly supportive as Ann Myers, who tragically passed away last night. Ann Myers was a dear friend to me. She was a dear friend to my family. She absolutely loved YSN. She absolutely loved the communities that Myers Family Insurance was in, and you would know that because they are everywhere. She leaves behind a loving husband, Jim, and two unbelievable kids in Mary and Robbie. And um, life is fragile, folks. It's incredibly fragile. It's something that if you see somebody and you appreciate them, tell them you love them, give them a hug, and hope that they hug you back even tighter. The last time I saw Ann, she was wearing the YSN shirt, serving in the community at the concession stand. Like you could always find her doing something, for someone in the community, whether it be South Range or otherwise. She just absolutely loved to be a servant, not only of her business, but of, I'm sure, the church, certainly the Lord, and would tell anybody who asked her about YSN um, how grateful she was for it. And it was devastating news to wake up and receive that. Not as devastating, I'm sure, as her very close family and friends. And we're praying for all of you. And certainly everybody has those people in the community, and it's always a devastating loss whenever someone is sick or in this event loses their fight. So I ask you if you're willing to pray and think of the Myers family and their friends at this time. We are. It's been so challenging, and I can't imagine the stress that um, that's been on that family all day with this just shocking to wake up to, shocking for across the board. Hard to put to words, to be honest with you, and hard to believe even more so. And I just want to tell, if I could talk to Ann one more time, I would say thank you. I'd give her a big hug, and I'd say thank you for all the support that she's had, not just, again, of the business, YSN, who she was one of the first to jump on the YSN train from the beginning, and has supported us every step of the way ever since. And I'm so grateful for her. I'm so grateful for Jim. I'm so heartbroken for them and the kids. So if you see someone, I guess that's the pitch here, is if you see someone that you love, give them an extra squeeze, give them an extra hug, tell them you love them, because you just never know when you're going to get that chance again. Ann Myers, we miss you. We love you. And that's it. That's it for today. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, hug the ones you love. We appreciate you for tuning in for our little 1 hour of your day. And certainly, again, make sure that you spend it with the ones you love the other 23 hours of the day. Love you. We'll see you next time right here on the YSN Power Hour. Bye.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network.